Welcome to the Weekday Report for Wednesday, October 16th. I'm Liz Snyder. Here's a brief look at the news. Heating your home this winter should cost less than it did last winter. We Energies predicts the average natural gas customer will pay $533 on heating this season. That's $19 less than last winter, and it's significantly less than it has been for the past 10 winters, $175 cheaper. The predictions are based on the assumption that we will have an average winter as determined by weather data from the last 20 years. The state released its final state aid data for Wisconsin school districts this academic year, with the majority of Kenosha County districts seeing an increase. The Wisconsin Department of Public Instruction said districts around the state will receive $4.3 billion in state school aid, a 1.1% increase from last year. Kenosha Unified will receive about $1.7 million less in state money than last school year, a 1.18% decline that's in line with the district's projection in crafting the 2013-14 budget. A house explosion on 60th Street in July has inspired a Kenosha alderman to call for a registry of vacant buildings. Alderman Jan Michalski sponsored the proposal after the city had to cycle through a list of 4 potential owners before tracking down who was in possession of the vacant house at 1500 60th Street. The City Council's Public Safety and Welfare Committee voted down Michalski's ordinance earlier this week, with some aldermen stating concerns about the cost of maintaining the list. But Police Chief John Morrissey supports it, and Michalski will likely continue to lobby for it at Monday's council meeting. A battle of nature played out this summer at the Pleasant Prairie Power Plant. John Kradovich filed this report.
4 falcon chicks were banded at the We Energies power plant in Pleasant Prairie in May, as seen in these videos. The event was watched by Vernon grade school students who named the young birds. Less than a month later, an adult female falcon attacked the mother of the chicks, intending to take over their nest. The nest was built in the side of the power plant's emission stack. The intruder lost the battle, but the mother also lost. 3 of her chicks died from the fight. The man who banded the chicks said such a loss is sad, but is a part of nature. I'm John Kradovich, reporting for the Kenosha News.
A dozen Washington middle school students tested their cultural knowledge during the school's second annual Hispanic Heritage Bee on Tuesday. 2 teams, the Mayans in purple and the Aztecs in green, kept their fingers close to the buzzer so they could be the first to answer questions about famous people and events in Hispanic cultural history. Library media teacher Lisa Harmon began the bee to promote multicultural awareness in the school. What's trending today? A new poll shows Americans are pushing back the retirements, and some 82% of workers 50 and older say it's at least somewhat likely they'll work for pay while in retirement. Have your plans changed due to the tough economy or any other factors? Tell us on our Facebook page. Up next is a look at a pair of cross-country prep sports matchups on Thursday night. The Bradford and Tremper football teams won't be the only city rivals squaring off at Amici Field on Thursday night. About 3.5 hours before the crosstown pigskin battle, the school's soccer squads will battle in a WIAA Division I regional final at 3:30 p.m. Regional semifinal victories on Tuesday night set up that matchup, with Tremper edging Racine Park 2-1 and Bradford beating Franklin 3-1. Now here's a look at what we're working on today. Joe Roselle has a story about a Randall tomato farm with an educational mission, and the Kenosha Public Library Board will put in its 2 cents tonight about the proposed streetcar loop around Library Park. Joe Ward will be there. Pick up a copy of the Kenosha News and check kenoshanews.com for all the details on these stories and more. I'm Liz Snyder with the Weekday Report.